Hey guys, this is Victor, the Wise Traditions nutritionist from Vitagenics, and today I want to speak to you about managing sugar, how to reduce the negative impact of sugar on your body. Now, I'm going to cover 4 points, and I'm not going to talk about all the negative things in sugar because there's a lot. Sugar is really bad for you in so many ways. However, you do need it. So let's just talk about reducing your sugar intake, slowing down the sugar uptake, meaning the absorption into your body, and pulling sugar quickly from the blood. So those things combined will reduce the negative impacts in a very big way, especially if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, anything like that. And then finally, if you really do need to use a sweetener for your food or drink, etc., we're going to talk about alternatives and the best sweeteners to use when it's necessary. Okay, so getting into the first point and talking about reducing your sugar intake, there's one really simple thing for this. Increase the amount of healthy fats that you are consuming. You know, your lard, your tallow, your butter, your olive oil, coconut oil, etc. If you have a good amount of healthy fats in your diet, your cravings for sugar will be reduced. So that's the best way, the best thing you can do to reduce your sugar intake. And then another strategy you can do or you can use is replacing the refined sugars with stevia, natural stevia. So natural stevia looks like this green powder or a leaf. It actually comes from a plant. And you can use the powder or the leaf itself. And then you can use that to make like almost like a tea. It's like brewing it. And then you get the liquid form, or you can use the green powder form. Do not use these white powders. There's so many white stevia products. They're highly processed. They're not good. So if you do want to use stevia, use the good stuff and stay away from all that heavily processed stuff. Myself, I actually am not so crazy about stevia. I don't like the flavor, so I don't use it now. But again, for you, it might be a good solution, a good alternative to help you reduce sugar intake. And finally, another very important thing, reduce the processed foods in your diet. Processed foods are loaded with the really bad forms of sugar. So you reduce processed foods and you're reducing your sugar intake. It's really simple. All right, so again, the fats. Get good fats into your diet. This is really the best way to reduce your sugar. Okay, moving on to point number 2, slowing down the sugar uptake, meaning the rate at which it's absorbed into your blood. Now, a lot of people like to drink all these healthy juices, but juicing is really not good because it's putting sugar into your blood really fast. It doesn't matter if it's a healthy organic juice. Much better is a smoothie. Get the fiber with the sugar. That will slow down the uptake. So this is true across the board. Whatever sweets you're eating, if you've got more fiber at the time of consumption, you will slow down the absorption of the sugar. And that will reduce the insulin response and everything. So this is a very important strategy. Okay, another thing, do not use agave, beet sugar, corn syrup. A lot of people are fooled by the labeling and the marketing. They think this is healthy or natural or organic agave syrup. No, bad stuff. Stay away from it. All forms of beet sugar are bad. Okay, they are highly processed, so just avoid them. They get into your blood really quick. Okay, so if you do need a sweetener, we talked about stevia, but use other alternatives, natural sweeteners, your honey, maple syrup, etc. And I'm going to talk about this more. I'm going to list these out. All right, so going to point 3, the third point, pulling sugar quickly from the blood. This is a really important trick. So first of all, after you eat, in our modern culture, we tend to want to sit down, lay down, recline after we eat. Don't do that. You want to be active. Do something active, anything active. This is the most important thing. You get the muscles going, and the muscles will call for the sugar. So they pull the sugar out of the blood. So even if you are, taking in too much sugar, a lot of sugar, if you pull it out quick, you won't have that, crazy insulin response. It'll be much better. So do something, whether it's walking or even a light run or a jog or a bike ride or just, cleaning up around the house. just try to stay on your feet and keep moving. This is also much better for digestion. You don't want to sit. You want to be upright and doing something to allow gravity to help you digest your food and pull the food through. Okay? So, big tip for people that have problems with sugar. Do something active after you eat. Pull the sugar out of the blood. Okay, finally, fourth point, when you really do need a sweetener, now again, try not to add anything. If you don't need a sweetener, don't use it. But if you need one, use these natural ones. And there are some others, but this list is a pretty good list of sweeteners. There's a lot to choose from. You'll see there's a few fruits here that are common, so they're including the fiber. When you get things like molasses or even the raw cane sugar, you also have minerals and fiber, coconut sugar too. So these sweeteners have a lot of benefits and they slow down the uptake of the sugar. Now, when we're talking about the raw cane sugar, be careful. I'm not talking about just brown sugar. Brown sugar is heavily processed. You really want that raw cane sugar. And there's a lot of different names that it goes by around the world. And there's even the sucanut is actually a brand name, but it is a good raw cane sugar. Okay, so hopefully these tips will help you to manage your sugar. Again, sugar is demonized, rightfully so in many ways, but sugar is also a nutrient that you need. Okay, so it's not completely evil. It's just you got to get it in the right forms and know how to manage it. Okay, so try to take in the good stuff, try to stay a little bit active after you eat, and good luck managing your sugar. I hope you liked the video, I hope you subscribe, and thank you for watching. Good luck.